Welcome back to another episode, Talks with AJ. I'm your host. Today I'm excited to introduce to you to a multi-talented individual. He's very creative, he's an inspiring actor, he's an author, and he's a filmmaker. Please join me in welcoming the one and only Eric.
What's good, AJ?
What's
I
good with you,
appreciate it, man. I
For
appreciate
sure,
it, man.
Hey, this has been a long time coming, man.
Definitely. But it's a blessing, man. I salute to you, man. You doing your dollar, man.
I've
been watching your podcast, man.
Mm-hmm.
You be doing your stuff. You doing your dollar, man. You and Jude, man. Y'all doing your dollar, man.
Appreciate the love, man.
For
Appreciate
sure.
the love. I'm glad to have you on the show. You can share your perspectives with me, with life, and also entertainment. You know, who the better person to ask the questions to is you.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know you more seasoned and you come from a talented family when it comes to entertainment and
For
stuff.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm glad to have you on the show. So before we get started, who is Eric?
Man, Eric is multi-talented, family man, family-oriented, come from a big family. I'm a husband. You know, I just all around, just a person chasing his dreams. You feel what I'm saying? Chasing dreams that I never seen as a youth. You know, everything I do now, as far as like writing, filmmaking, being a creative director, acting, directing music videos. You know, sometimes I lay in my bed and be like, wow. You feel me? Because, you know, definitely where I come from, you know, streets background.
Right, for sure.
So, you know, a lot of this stuff, man, it's a blessing, man. I thank God. I thank God, man.
For sure, man. And I'm proud of you, man,
Appreciate
to see
it.
how you pivot, you know, with your life. You know what I'm saying? I'm very extremely proud of you. So, but let me ask you this, though. What inspired you? Because, of course, I know you to be a former athlete. I know you used to play football.
For sure.
You was very talented.
For sure.
So why film? Why entertainment? Why book writing? Like, what inspired you? Like, was there like a specific artist or filmmaker that inspired you?
I mean, as far as like inspiration, I mean, two people, man. My little brother, that's my motivation. You know, my little brother, he passed, so he always with me. So that's definitely motivation. And my cousin, Greasy,
Yeah.
you know, iron sharpens iron. You know,
Right,
me and
for
him,
sure.
we had late night talks, 2-3 o'clock in the morning. You know, just going at it, just, you know, Q&As. You know what I'm saying? Give me the insights, and I'm very appreciative of it. And you know, just my last bid, you know, in federal prison. You know, it's a gift of God. You know, just not to lose track. It was just a gift of God. I just said, you know what, man, I'm gonna start writing. I told myself I'm gonna start writing. I said, if I don't write this one book, I said, if I don't write 10 books, I want to write this one book. You know, but as I just throughout those years, I said, you know what, man, I want to tap in. I'm gonna act. You know, I told myself I'm gonna act. You know what I'm saying? And the acting part, just Tyler Perry films, motivation. You know, 50. Ice Cube, just seeing these, you know, dudes that came up out the streets, they did, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Not Tyler Perry, I'm just saying Ice Cube and 50, you know, dudes came out the street. I'm like, man, I could do it.
Right.
You know, I told myself I could do it. I am gonna do it. And just, you know, just some self-taught. You know, I'm a self-published author.
Damn.
You know, and a lot of stuff, you know, YouTube University.
Yeah.
You know, and I read. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I observe, I read, and just take notes.
Right.
And just say, you know what, implement it. I say, you know what, let me do this. You feel what I'm saying? It takes time. Everything takes time. Everybody look like things happen overnight.
Right.
But man, everything takes time. Man.
Right.
You know.
Of course. I know, you know, nothing was built, you know, like Nipsey said, you know what I'm saying? It's a marathon, not a
Definitely.
sprint.
Definitely.
Right? But I like what you just said, which was very vital, the reading part, right? And I think as a reader, a person that's an avid reader, it would also help you with your creative writing skills, your creative thinking, right?
Exactly.
So give me an example. Like when you filming, do you think as the artist or do you think as a director? You know, like when you filming, you know what I'm saying? Like when you filming a video or whatever.
I think I put my shoes in everybody's film.
Okay.
In everybody's foot.
Okay,
In everybody's shoes, so to speak.
got it.
So, you know, I think from a writer's aspect of it, I think from a director aspect of it, the mic and sound guys that people don't even acknowledge, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like behind the scenes, you feel what I'm saying? A lot of stuff behind the scenes that
Right.
people don't take advantage of, acknowledge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They see
Right.
the actors, they like, okay, but you forgot who the people that had to set that up. So I like to position my vision watching everybody that took part in making and creating something. And so I tap in from that aspect there, not just one particular role.
Right. I got you.
For sure.
So let me ask you this though. So how do you juggle you being a filmmaker, a songwriter, an actor? Like how do you juggle all of those things? Because the average person can't even juggle one thing, right? Because they lack the discipline, right? But at least everything that you have going on, it correlates in one. It's just like me doing a podcast, but I'm trying to wash cars.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Like
I
a
got
jack
you.
of all trades. You know what I'm saying? Because the average person don't know how to stick with one thing and just see it through.
Exactly.
But you know what I'm saying? How do you juggle these different hats, man?
I'm always say the gift of God.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Definitely the gift of God. And man, I'm at the end of the day, man, I'm a hustler.
Right.
I've always been a hustler. You feel what I'm saying? So I just take my time. I study. You feel what I'm saying? Pay attention to detail.
Right.
And just now I'm hustling the right way.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm hustling with a chip on my shoulder, and I'm hustling with that motivation behind me. You feel what I'm saying? Because I know I want better. I want better for myself and those that's around me. I always tell people, if I could do it, you could do it too.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
For sure.
Whatever I like to share, whatever people somebody come like, hey, I got an idea. I'm thinking about doing this. I say, go for it. And life don't leave no leaf unturned.
For sure.
Turn it over.
For sure.
See what's
man.
on the other side. You feel what I'm saying? Try it. You never know. You know what I'm saying? People like I say all that to say that people want to move and say like, hey, you want to move to this part of town or this part of the state? Try it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to live life with regrets. That's my big thing too. Regrets. I don't want to live life with regrets at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want to always tell myself I tried it.
For sure.
You feel me?
For sure.
I tried it. You know what I'm saying? At least it's gonna be beneficial. It's gonna be impactful, or it's gonna be a lesson.
For sure.
But at least I tried it.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm happy you took the initiative, because you said you self-taught. Because a lot of times people are always looking for a perfect situation before they start something.
Exactly.
But you, like you said, you just took the initiative and you just ran with it, whether it's perfect or not, but you kept going, right? So I want to pivot this conversation a little, right? Because I know you're an author, you write books, right? And there's one book, right? The title is very interesting.
Sure.
It's The Dark Side of South Beach, man.
For sure.
How did you come up with that title, and what inspired you, man? I love the title, man.
Appreciate you.
Because when I first saw the book and I saw the title, it just jumped right at you, man. Is it? And let me ask you this: is it a urban flick of Miami? Like, give me more details, man. Let the audience know.
It is. That Dark Side of South Beach, man, that's my first love. That's my first book I ever wrote.
Okay.
And so, growing up where I'm from, we always, I'm gonna use tourists for example. Everybody they flying in, they going on South Beach. They going to, I'm like, man, we over here on the other side of the bridge living reality. You feel what I'm saying? Like, forget people always say, if somebody give you lemon, make lemonade. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I say,
for
man,
sure.
we ain't had lemons, man. We had sugar and water. And we're going to make it do what it do. You feel what I'm saying? We're going to make it taste like lemonade.
For sure.
You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah, of course.
that title just like, I want to shed light on, it's a dark side of South Beach. You
Right.
feel what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like we really, from the city of Miami, we really living in it.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Everybody get caught up on the glitz and glamour. You feel what I'm saying? We trying to make it out the muscle. We trying to make it out the mud out here.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? Literally.
For sure. And you know what? And I'm glad you said that, because just like you said, the average tourist would come to Miami and they just think, oh, I'm in sunny South Florida. It's you know what I'm saying, it's all good, it's all gravy, but they don't understand, man, Miami is a very dangerous city, man.
Exactly.
Especially if you end up on the wrong side, like you said, man, that'll be your issue, man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That'll definitely be your issue, man. But man, like I said, that book, when I saw the covering and the title, it was like, dang, you know what I'm saying? I would definitely love to read that book,
Definitely, man.
I
Definitely.
definitely got to get that book and read it.
Say
and
less,
read it
man.
from you, man. So what projects Kelly got going on right now, man?
Man, right now I'm kicking out. I do short films. You feel what I'm saying? Like my homies, a lot of my homies I grew up with. So I'm definitely I'm gonna gather them together.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And just we gotta shoot a film from where we from. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to get in depth with that story. You feel what I'm saying? Just let people know that not basically. I want to give them the raw. You feel what I'm saying?
for sure.
I want to give them that raw. I want to shed light on where we were from, how we grew up from, how we grew up. I want to shed light on that story. But I'm writing. That's number one. I'm still writing books. I'm not gonna never start writing books. Like I said, I started off as an author, so that's something I'm not gonna never do.
Right.
But like I say, just my main goal is to get to the big screen.
Right.
That's I'm not gonna stop. You feel what I'm saying?
You got it.
Entertainment in itself, I'm tapping into what I could tap into, not just jumping out just to go try something, just to be trying something.
Right.
Nah, when I do something, I wanted to have a foundation. I wanted to be solid.
For sure.
You feel what I'm saying?
For sure.
Not saying, okay, well, if it fails, yeah, if it fails, all that sound good. You feel what I'm saying? But I want to have some type of knowledge when I'm getting into. So therefore, I like to sit back and study. You feel what I'm saying? Before I really tap into something. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna try it.
For sure.
Yeah, like
You
I'm
have
definitely gonna try it. But like I say, I'm tapped into it all in the entertainment business. So whatever entertainment consists of film, music, I'm trying it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and you got it, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm trying
I look forward to seeing one of those films produced by you in the big screen,
Definitely.
man. Be like, yo, I know him.
And you'll be there. You'll be there on the red carpet.
And I appreciate
For
that,
sure.
man. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's gonna happen, man.
For sure. Appreciate
Yeah, your
that,
vision
AJ.
gonna happen, man.
I appreciate
And let me
that.
ask you this too, Kelly, man. Us being here from Miami, living in this big city, right? You would think Miami would have more opportunities for artists, right? Local artists, whether it's music and film. Why is it that Miami doesn't have like a major label that is visible to the artists, right? Or even a film, a film company that's just visible. Because I could go to Los Angeles right now, I could go to Hollywood, and I'm gonna see Capitol Records,
Exactly.
right? Where I know I could probably walk in that building, introduce myself to the A&R producer, and just give him my demo. Why we don't have that? Why we don't have that here in Miami? Why we lack that, man?
I mean, you know what? As far as like, let me speak on film first, since
Okay.
that's my first love.
Yeah,
And then
go
I'll
ahead.
tap into
Yeah.
the entertainment, music side, the little bit that I know.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? But as far as like, that's a good question. You feel what I'm saying? 'Cause I always say the film started on the West Coast, LA, that big Hollywood sign. So, to be a movie star or to be an actor, I need to get to LA. That's probably that was the common, that was the norm. So everybody was just used to that. Now in this day and age, we know you could do something on your phone and quote on, you know what I'm saying, so to speak, but not to lose track what you're saying. I always said the same thing you said. Why isn't it the big movie companies down here? Why everything is based in LA? You feel what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. We have small companies down here that's shooting their own film, but it's not as big, I guess, of the big conglomerates who started out.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So you fighting against the machine.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like
That's pretty much.
you putting in the work. You feel what I'm saying? Like you putting in the work down here, but you up against the machine. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Not saying you can't blossom, not saying you can't grow. You feel what I'm saying? But people always know, like, man, you up against the machine.
Pretty much.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And as far as like the music industry, I'm just sharing part what I know. You feel what I'm saying? Like you have your record labels out here. You had Ghost Star Music.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Which is Greasy's own.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? You have Say La Vie.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Which is my partner's Big Stan the Man.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? So you had Slip and Slide been down here. You feel what I'm saying? Forever, and they still kicking out. You feel what I'm saying? It always been a stamp. Po Boy.
Yeah, Po Boy's still
You feel
around. I
what
didn't know they were still
Yeah, Po
around.
Boy's still around. You know what I'm
I didn't know
saying?
they were still
Po
around.
Boy's still around. One of the big major labels that's down here.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Always they stamped you know what I'm saying? They stamped and made a major impact in their music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As far as like from Flo Rida to the rest of the artists they kicked out.
You're right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right,
So
I
you do
remember.
have the labels down here. You know,
Okay.
you do have the labels down here.
Got it. Yeah, and that's important to know, man, because I always used to ask myself that question because you have a lot of talented artists out here. You know, of course, you got Greasy.
For sure.
To me, man, I think Greasy should be like on a way another level, man. You know what I'm
sure.
saying? I love his music.
For sure.
You know, he make music for the ladies, and I love his samples. You know,
sure.
the old school samples. And I don't think anyone doing it like how Greasy's doing it right now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And also, too, another artist. You may know him from N&B, Flow Kid, man.
Yeah. He nice.
Flow Kid is
He
nice.
He nice.
You know what I'm
nice.
saying?
He lyrically
Oh,
talented.
man,
though.
that kid is so nice, man. And I'm surprised a kid like him to why he's not signed, to why none of these major labels ever came in, you know what I'm saying, come holler at him
Got
or
you.
whatever. Even if he doesn't want to sign with a major, but put something behind him, like a
got you.
push. like a distribution or something. You know what I'm saying? Because we have too much talent here.
Exactly.
And it just go to waste.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You see cities like Atlanta, how they all come together and, you know what I'm saying, one artist lift the other artist up and they all blow up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They have that one commodity.
Exactly.
So I don't know, man. I just think here in Miami, we kind of lack that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like a crab in a barrel mentality out here, you know what I'm saying, as far as I see it.
I got you. And then you hear that a lot. A lot of people always say, they like to call it gatekeeping.
Gatekeeping, man.
You feel what I'm saying? And like I say, I'm just the minimum input that I see or what I'm connected to. I can only speak from what I know. You feel what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I always tell an artist, man, just keep going.
Pretty much.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
keep going. Much. You might have to leave your state. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, pretty much.
Or just keep pushing your music. You feel what I'm saying? Your people, where you from, they might not vibe your music. You might catch somebody in Wisconsin that they like, man, you heard such and such. You feel what I'm saying? You way from Miami and somebody bumping you way in Wisconsin, Las Vegas. You feel what I'm saying? It's like you got to keep going. You feel what I'm saying? When artists, if you getting caught up with they ain't supporting you from the crib or this might not be your fan base.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? When you think about it, people like you seeking a validation or a fan base that they ain't rocking with you. You ain't their cup of tea, so to speak. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, you might be sliding. You know what I'm saying? Your record's banging, but hey, this ain't your fan base.
Yes.
That don't mean you feel the stop.
Yeah, of course.
You feel what I'm saying?
I get it, man.
But not like you said, going back to Greasy. When you, man, just speaking about that, man, it's crazy, and people fail to realize it. Even rapping shit was in middle school. You feel what I'm saying? Literally, he been rapping since we were going to Horse Man. You know, and people don't understand it. Everybody had their season. Yeah. Everybody had their timing. Right. You know, I mean, his shows be crazy.
Yeah.
He the modern day LL Cool J.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm telling you,
he is.
Man,
all the ladies love him, man.
Love him. I mean, his shows, man. I just smile, man, just to see him doing his dollar, man. Just knowing where he came from. You feel what I'm saying? And just knowing when I sit back and people like, man, really realize it or not, he the modern day LL Cool J.
Yeah, you know what? Man, that's actually a good way to put it, man.
For sure.
Because I never looked at it that way. Because I was trying to like put my fingers on it, like, damn, like, you know who he reminds me of, and you just hit it right on the head, man.
His shows be crazy, man.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The ladies, they coming out to support him.
And I see it, and I'm happy, man. He's getting his just due, man. Because he's been around for a long time, and he's just one of those artists that I personally feel like he should be major, man. Like you should be able to go everywhere worldwide and know who Bar Greasy is,
exactly. Man. And he's going crazy. He's on a crazy tour right now, man.
Yeah. I did see the
flyers.
outside
looking at outside all summer tour. Crazy. That's a crazy tour, man. He getting busy, man. Coming to a city near you.
For sure, man. For sure, man. Representing that 305, man.
For
sure, man. So, what I wanted to ask you, man, is, dang, I had a brain fart. But I wanted to ask you something. So how's your relationship with the local artists? Do you go out there and make yourself present? You know what I'm saying? Like as far as filmmaking as well. Like do you go out there and you scout talent, you look for, you know what I'm saying, you look for young talent, or you connected with an agency? Like how do you do it? Like how do you look for talent?
Man, I'm independent.
Okay.
Like, you know, everything is like, it's me.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
As far as like my writing and filmmaking and everything. So, you know, if I need to scout, as far as that point, yes, I do everything myself. But I'm believe it or not, as much as you might see me up front, whether it might be acting or filmmaking, I'm still behind the scenes. Like literally, I'm not up front for anything. And I've always been like that. You feel what I'm saying?
Of course.
But people always say I need to just jump out my shell. But me, I'm just that's my type. That's me. You feel what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I'm the type of person, when it's time to take a picture, I'm gonna stand in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, you seem like the behind the scenes type. Yeah,
that's
exactly.
me. Like literally, that's me. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm big on networking. You feel what I'm saying? So when I do reach out to a person, I'm trying to network.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
I'm
literally trying to connect the dots. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna be behind the scenes with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not, you know, the limelight is not for me.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Even though I know the business, what I'm in the entertainment business.
Right.
But my soul wholeheartedly, man, I love being behind the scenes, man. I get a lot of work done being behind the scenes. And
yeah.
I love it.
Right.
Like
There's
I
nothing wrong
love
with
it,
There's nothing
man.
wrong with that,
Yeah, man, I love it, man.
Yeah, you like a Slim like from Cash Money behind the scenes.
There we go.
Nobody see him, but he get the work done.
Man, that's crazy, man. That what Ball called me.
Yeah, that's what he
Ball,
called
he
you.
messed with me.
He called you
messed with me out
Slim.
here like, boy,
Yeah.
He said you just like Slim with Baby, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's what he called me,
Yeah,
man. And
yeah.
I love that. I love being behind the scenes,
Yeah,
man.
because every time I see you, you always behind the scenes.
That's it.
Nowhere to be found, behind the scenes.
I love
and
it.
that's dope. And man, you know what I'm saying? And that's what drew me to you, man.
For sure.
Yeah, that's what drew me to you, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad
Appreciate
you
you,
said
AJ.
something
I
for sure.
appreciate you.
It's something you said that's very important, man. And Miami, I think that's the reason why a lot of people stay behind. You know what I'm saying? Especially the ones that's trying to pursue this thing, this entertainment thing, whatever it is in entertainment, right? In Miami, we kind of have this attitude, I'm not friendly. So
sure.
if you walking around saying, oh, I'm not friendly, I'm not talking, how you expect to network and meet people and get to the next level,
Exactly.
right? Because you have to network with people. And I think sometimes that attitude alone, just saying, oh, I'm not friendly, you put a stumbling block on you.
That's true.
You get what I'm saying?
That's true.
You put a stumbling block because just like you said a few minutes ago, I could be an artist, right? I could be a podcaster, right? There could be somebody in Wisconsin. There could be somebody in Hawaii, right? Because guess what? My mother used to always tell me, the people that you know is not going to support you. It's
sure.
always going to be the stranger, right? You got 8 billion people on this earth, on this planet, right?
Got you.
All you need is 1 million.
For sure.
That's all you need.
That's all you need.
You need 1 million.
Half of that.
Half of that.
You feel
That's
what I'm
going to
saying?
support you, and
sure.
boom, you're going to pop.
There you go.
You understand what I'm saying?
You call good money.
Yeah, exactly.
You call good money now. You call good money
Yeah,
now. For sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's the way I see life, right? And that's why, going back to what I said, I don't know how people, they just block their blessings, man.
Sure.
With that, oh, I'm not friendly and all this. Especially if you are an artist, you are a podcaster or a filmmaker, you got to get outside. You got to network with people. You know, I'm not saying to just because you can't allow anybody you can't allow anyone in your space. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah. You can't allow anyone in your space or whatever because, you know, some people are good for business and some people is just bad business.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to have that discernment or whatever. So with me saying that, so what do you think about that, man?
Man, you said 2 key words, AJ. That 2 powerful key words. Discernment was number 1, and everybody not being in your space. My favorite word, I always like to say, everybody ain't meant to fit in your photograph.
Correct.
And I'm dogmatic about that.
Correct.
You feel what I'm saying? Whether family or friends, I'm so dogmatic. Everybody ain't meant to be in your photograph. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't no love lost.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
It definitely ain't no love lost, but you got to learn to love people from a distance.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But going back to networking, like he was saying, they call it PTSD right now. I mean, we so, especially coming out in the streets, man, militant minded. You feel what I'm saying? So that residue's still there. It's definitely still in me.
Yeah.
So how I operate, you feel what I'm saying? I'm not gonna draw. I'm not gonna draw to you. And but how I do it now is kind of like, okay, I don't want to not network. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not worrying about the friendly part. Trust me, that part I'm not worrying about because, like I said, I'm gonna reach out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm watching how I network.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you know people will try to, number one, try to take advantage of you, play up underneath you.
Yeah.
Can't never play up underneath me.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. That's very important. And you gonna know it too.
There we go.
You're gonna know it because your spirit gonna tell you.
Of course.
You're gonna know if a person trying to play up underneath you, man.
That's when that key word you had said, discernment. You gotta have it.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
In the streets, we call it we peeping. You know what I mean? You peep game. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's different.
Yeah.
But that whole thing, spiritual aspect of it is discernment.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, for sure, man.
So you gotta have it. You gotta have it. You feel what I'm saying? Because people try to send people at you.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
And you be like, man, this don't even feel right.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
And another thing I always say, it's crazy you say that. That's discernment be so for real. Well, you will get fake checkups. You feel what I'm saying? Like you will get a text. You think somebody they texting you. Well, what's up? How you doing? Whoever they send a text to you.
Yeah.
Man, I look at that text sometimes like, man, it's a fake checkup.
And
You
you
feel what I'm
can feel it. You
You can feel it. You feel what I'm saying? Because
Right.
people, you got to be aware. I tell people all the time, you got to be very aware of support and surveillance.
Yeah.
and fake checkups.
Yeah.
Especially in this social media era.
Yeah, man.
People watching from everywhere.
From everywhere. Yeah.
I mean, you ain't got to be on the streets to see what's going on or know what's going on.
Yeah.
And pull your phone out.
Yeah.
You want to somebody know you. They think, quote unquote, they think they know you. They watch.
Yeah.
They watch you from the ground.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Of course.
Stuff like I laugh.
Yeah.
Cause I know.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just, you just got to.
Yeah. You're right, man. I totally agree with that, man. That's why I keep my circle small. I stay out the way, out of mind, out of sight. People
sure.
don't see me, and that's the way I carry my life, man. That's the way I move out here, man.
Sure.
But let me ask you this question, man. Is there like a specific book or song that you think people should tap into, man? Like a book, like a special book that's like, man, this is a great read, or a song that's very inspirational, or even a film that's inspirational that you think that people should tap into, man?
Man, 2 books.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1 book is the Bible. That's one of the best books ever written.
Okay.
That's
Glad
me.
you said that.
But it's the Noticer.
Mm-hmm.
It's a small book. The book probably might be 30 pages.
Mm-hmm.
When I say them 30 pages so impactful,
Right.
it's a quick read, smaller, but maybe 30 pages.
Okay.
But it might be 50 pages. I can't remember. I ain't read it in so long, but I still got a copy. But the book is called The Noticer.
Okay.
That's an impactful book, man. I mean, there's a lot of jewels and nuggets in it.
Okay.
And I mean, far as like a song, man, I mean, that one kind of hard. That might be
Okay.
kind of, because I got a top 5.
Right.
You
It
know
could be
what I'm saying?
old school hip hop. It doesn't matter, man.
Yeah, because I'm a Scarface fan. My
Oh,
number
okay.
1 artist is Scarface.
Scarface? Yeah, Scarface
Hands down,
dope,
my
man.
number, but that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to think about Scarface. My number 1 artist is Scarface.
Okay.
I got Scarface, Tupac, Jay-Z,
Mm-hmm.
Ball Greasy,
Okay.
and 8 Ball and MJG.
There you go. All classics.
You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, for
So
sure.
if I'm gonna go with a number 1 song, man, it's gonna be something from Scarface.
Gotcha.
You feel what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
What is it? It's hard for me to choose because all
Gotcha.
of them, like, you know,
Yeah, for sure, man.
all on my number. You know,
For sure.
I rock
man.
with Face. You feel me?
Gotcha.
I rock with Face, man.
Gotcha, man. I'm glad you shared that, man, because, hey, man, that's some of the artists that I looked up to, man. You know, of course, that's Face, 8 Ball and MJG. I'm
For
a
sure.
huge 8 Ball and MJG fan. UGK.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
sure.
Jay-Z.
Damn right.
I love that old Jay-Z, that Reasonable Doubt, man.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying? Dead Presidents.
There
That's
we
one of
go.
my favorite songs, man, to this very day, man.
Damn right.
Yeah, you know. So
Damn
that's
right.
the music that I can more relate to. I could get inspiration, you know, especially if I'm working on something.
For sure.
You know, those are my go-tos. You know what I'm
sure.
saying? Some old school too as
sure.
well. You know, those are my go-tos and stuff,
sure.
man, when I'm seeking that inspiration, man. But I appreciate the talk with you, you know what I'm saying, on the first segment, on part 1
For sure.
or whatever. We're going to get back to you with part 2. I have my homie, Eric Kelly, in the building with me, man. You know what I'm saying? We chopping up some good game about this entertainment life, man. You know, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and drop your comments below. And better yet, if you guys have a specific topic you want me to talk about, hey, let me know. Just drop it in there, you know what I'm saying? And I'll tap in with you. Thank you for tapping in with me and Eric. Peace.